Spotlight highlights, Chicago once again taking on the Cardinals. Tim Kirkshin, Kurt Schilling, Carl Ravitch a win here, and the Cubs go to the LCS. It felt like almost November, chilly. We got some wool caps on, we got sweatshirts on, we got Hamill on the mound. We got a problem here early when Stephen Piscotty does this.
What a postseason this kid has had. I mean, Cardinals are not going to win, but they sure found some good players during this season and the postseason.
Don't we say that like every year now?
Yes.
The Cardinals come up with some crazy good young player.
A lot of them. John Lackey, not a young player, a lot of good veteran experience, and he got hurt here. This whole staff got hurt by Cub homers.
He was throwing as hard as I've ever seen him. He had command for the most part. This is a kind of a Vladimir Guerrero-like home run. This is a ball away that is off the plate away, but clearly needed to be another foot out because he crushed it.
The difference is he's the shortstop, hitting him that way, Oppo.
Javi Baez only playing because Addison Russell hurt his hamstring the night before. So, of course, he comes in and goes yard. Defense, Bryant, look out. Maybe thinking about going to second a little quicker than he had the ball. And you can see him lose it, look the other way. And Houston, we got a little problem here. Or do we? Boy, Justin Grimm was filthy.
Well, the whole bullpen was filthy. 6 innings, 13 strikeouts. That's how you win a postseason game.
Not to mention, they came in the fourth inning with nobody out. And this was momentum in the postseason. Can be a strikeout, can be a pitcher. He changed everything about this game with those 3 hitters. Justin
Grimm, one of the guys who was throwing heat, and they were all on call. They knew this was one of those Johnny Holstaff games. And Cahill was pitching fine. He had 2 outs, but gives up this one to Tony Cruz. Hayward comes in. 1-run game as it's now 2nd and 3rd.
The end of a great at bat by Tony Cruz.
All right, so Cruz, the catcher, is out there. Not the most fleet of foot guy. Now we're tied. And here comes Cruz on Solaire's throw. Watch that foot go up in the air there, and it doesn't get down to the bag in time.
2 outs, Schill, you got to send him there, right?
Oh, I think so, yeah. I mean, that was a great play.
Great throw by Solaire.
Phenomenal play. The Cardinals forced him to make that play.
Hey, look, before the rule changes, that's a massive collision at home plate. Not anymore.
Carl, look where Cruz was set up on that pitch, and look where it ended up. He wanted it way away, and he got it more in the center of the plate, and Rizzo crushed it.
Rizzo, huge. But then there's that Kyle Schwarber guy, and this is just different zip code. Scary how high and far this one appears to go when he hits it.
We're still not sure where this landed, but we think now that it is somewhere up on the top of the scoreboard. It kind of got trapped up there.
Or in Oakland.
No, they have proven that it's on top there. They should somehow go up and glue the ball to the spot. It should be immortalized.
And it's still on top of the scoreboard.
It should stay there. They should literally go, put a glass case around it. Loaded here in a 6-4 game. They won't get any more, and now we are 3 outs away from the Cubs going to the LCS.
Clinching at home.
The whole Back to the Future prediction of 2015. You got to win this series to get there. And boy, Rondon follows up the other 5. Unbelievable work by the pen. The city is on fire here with joy. 6-4 your final score. They end up giving Cahill the win. He got the 2 strikeouts. Their first LCS since '03 and first series clinching win at Wrigley ever. This is a young group of Cubs, there's no doubt about it. And the result of this one was the win in that clinching game, and this are the ones that they lost. It's interesting, in the Back to the Future movie, they beat the organization from Miami, which of course they lost to back then in '03, but they get the win here. So it does feel like the momentum continues for them offensively. They got the right guys. Now you look ahead, and you've got Lester and Arrieta, or Arrieta-Lester, however you want to do it.
Right. They're healthy, and they're moving in the right direction, whereas the Cardinals had all these banged-up guys. You weren't sure how they were going to put things together. You're sure the Cubs are going to use that lineup that 1 through 8. There is not an out in it. They hit 10 home runs in this series. This is the most in an LDS of 4 games or fewer. And you're right, Carl, when you can start now with Lester and Arrieta, you're in pretty good shape.